Now, here joining us in the studio, Professor James Logan. Professor, lovely to see you. First of all, my friend, why are they coming in? Why do they love our homes?
Well, the thing is that most of us have spiders in our houses all the time. You just don't see them quite often. But, you know, we've had a bit of a rotten summer. It's been a bit wet. Sometimes if it rains a bit too hard, some of the spiders outside can get washed out of their homes. Right. And because it's the summer, we quite often have our windows open and our doors open, so spiders kind of start to make their way inside the house.
It's sad, really, when you think about it. Their little homes have been washed away. No?
No. No, OK, I see what you mean. But,
yeah,
so
sad.
we can, in a humane way, keep them out, can we?
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's 650 different species of spider in the UK, so it's not surprising that we share our homes with them. There's one particular spider that, in fact, we saw some of the pictures there, called the common or the giant house spider.
Right.
And this is the picture.
Yeah, that's kind of the guy that I see a lot.
That's the one that freaks a lot of people out because they're pretty big. They can get up to about 12 centimetres in terms of their leg length.
Oh, really?
So they can be pretty big things, and they scuttle across the floor.
It's when they're hairy that they freak me out.
Well, most spiders have hairs, but these guys are not quite so hairy. But basically, these are males, and what this male is trying to do is basically find a female to mate. So it's actually quite a nice story. If you see one scuttling across the ground, it's just looking for its mate, essentially.
So they're essentially using your house like the Love Island villa.
Yeah. Well,
these spiders.
I have a friend here who's a producer, Miss Ellie, and she was lying in her bed. She was in her bed, and she moved her pillow, and out came this massive spider from her headboard. Now, and indeed, you have a story to tell about a spider that ate you in the middle of the night as well, didn't it?
Yes, I did. When I lived in America for a little while, when me and the girls were in the group, and I woke up with this kind of like, it was a spider bite all over me. I didn't know what it was. And I went to the doctor and I had to have my flat fumigated and everything.
Right, OK, yeah, well, so people do get bitten by spiders occasionally. And you know if it's a spider bite because there are two sort of punctures in the skin as opposed to one. Usually they're pretty harmless. Most spiders have the ability to bite. Another one that can bite is what some people call a daddy longlegs or a cellar spider.
Daddy longlegs can bite?
Well, so
daddy long spider.
Yeah, so some people call crane flies daddy longlegs as well, and they have wings and they're insects. But these spiders here, I quite like having these around the home, actually. Do you? Because they do quite a good job of cleaning up all the other insects.
You're weird.
Yeah, well, we know I'm weird. I like bugs.
What, so they sort of get rid of all the other insects?
Yeah, they do. They're pretty good at doing that. And they also hunt down other spiders as well. So they can be very good.
Well, James, run us through, what have you got here in terms of why is there lemon, why are there these oils, garlic, walnuts?
Yeah.
What have you got?
So if you search on the internet, you're going to find lots of different things that people have said will repel or stop spiders coming into the house. Citrus is one of them, putting lemons around the house. Lavender here, garlic. I'm not sure about these nuts. Vinegar. Essential oils as well. The sad news is that none of that works. Okay?
Oh, really?
So none of that works. It's all really it's a myth. Peppermint oil is probably the only one where there's some scientific evidence to demonstrate that it might repel some. Well,
so much for all of that then. So this horror story. I mean, so Rochelle has been attacked in her bed, and Ellie's been attacked in her bed. What was?
So you were almost attacked last night by that massive spider.
You should have gone to bed with one of these, right? A lightsaber.
That's
right.
Indeed. Right. So we've established that we're all going to have spiders in our home. It's just something we're going to have to live with at some point. You can keep it nice and clean and tidy. Get rid of the old cobwebs. Tidy, they don't like disturbance, so the cleaner you are, the tidier you are, the better, less places for them to hide. But if you do get one in the house, then you have to remember they're not there to harm you, and they're really fragile. They're really small insects. They're not insects, they're arachnids, because they've got 8 legs. That's a really bad thing for me to say.
And you're a professor.
I know. I apologise for that. I'm deeply embarrassed. They have 8 legs, they're arachnids. And what you want to do, basically, is use a contraption like this. This can be pretty good. It's basically a vacuum. You turn it on, like a Hoover, and you suck them up. Now, once they're inside, so the spider would go inside there, it stays inside. You can then remove this, take it outside,
and
take that off
him free.
And set him free. So that works really, really well.
I like that.
There's other contraptions that are around as well that you can use. For example, this one here, which is almost sort of acts like a trapdoor. So if the spider's on a surface and you don't want to get too close to it, you can pop that over the spider.
Yes, we have this. This is good.
And you can very slowly just kind of close that. Try not to get the legs. And And there we go, the spiders.
And it
That
could
would be
sit-
good. I get wasps quite a lot.
Well, it works on wasps and blue bottles
Does
as well.
it? Yeah.
That's very good. And it's a good way to do it. So none of this sort of, squishing them in a toilet roll or anything like that. That's not the thing
good.
to do.
Now,
Okay?
quickly tell me about chestnuts.
So
Any use?
these, well, actually, it's quite interesting. So people will put them around their windows. There is some scientific evidence that they produce chemicals that can repel spiders. Whether you can get enough of them around, conkers. Whether you can get enough of them around the home to actually do the job is another question. But put them out if it makes you feel a little bit better.
My friend's got them in like every corner of every room. Just as that, not a feature because of spiders.
Fair enough. Yeah. Now the bathroom is somewhere that you're likely to find a spider. In fact, I had a giant spider behind my toilet last night, which was we removed them. We did it very simply, and you can do it using the classic glass on a piece of card. So if the spider's there, pop a glass over it and very gently slide the card under. So anybody can do that.
Yeah,
take it outside
old school
and let it
trick.
go.
Or consequently, you could just drown it.
No, never join it.
No, never do that. Never do that.
Be nice to spiders.
Don't try that. Don't do that.
If they're in the bath and the surface is a bit sort
This
of
bath is
curved,
filthy.
it's a bit more difficult. But there is this.
Gosh, sorry, that's all I can see. Look at the state of that.
It's not my bath.
No, the other end. Don't try and show the posh end. The posh end is all right. The other end is filth.
So, dirty or not, you might have spiders in your bath. And if you do, you could use something like this. So this is quite a cool contraption. It sort of opens up like this. And you can actually, so if you try and capture one of the spiders in there, and just very gently...
Come here, you. No, see, this would be...
That's, almost. There you go.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. So you've got it. So it's just holding onto it very gently. You can then take it outside and keep it at arm's length. So there are lots of things that you can do. But as I said, don't kill spiders.
No.
No.
Remove them safely. Show them some respect. Or leave them alone. Leave them in your home.
I'm not even scared of them and it's freaked me out. Right, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're talking about spiders. I saw Marvin on Instagram the other day. Spider-Man, in a spider outfit.
Tell me about it. You should have worn that today. You could have borrowed his costume.
If only.
So does he wear that at weekends?
Just to clarify, it's because our youngest is obsessed with Spider-Man and we're going through everything to try and make her eat a dinner and whatever it might be. So we went online and got a little costume and it's very questionable around this area. It's not so cute, all that lycra. Right.
Spider power.